of identification or a residential certificate or land purchase or a Sikkim voter identity card. These 5 documents, those local people who possess, they are not at all required to come to any police station and do any verification. The simple logic is they are locals, they have all the requisite documents, they are not required to do any verification. This clarification is coming from the government itself, which we are conveying in public interest. People who don't have these documents are the ones who are required to come to the police stations. The caveat is the owner of the house needs to come once to the police station and introduce who are the tenants who he is keeping in his home, or as an employer, who are the domestic help which he is keeping. And once he gives it in writing, then it is the police department and the tenants and the domestic help. It is between them.
So the drive seems to be targeted towards the migrant workers and the foreign nationals. Do you see an influx that is alarming? And I think, is this drive ideally targeted towards the migrant workers?
It is basically in the interest of the security of the country, the security of the state, protecting the interest of the local people. The influx which is happening in Sikkim, we definitely need to make documentation. We need to create data banks. We need to create databases of people who are coming and serving in our state. Definitely the police department also owes a responsibility towards the local public. So it is basically to protect the interest, and it is also in the interest of the security of the nation and the state of Sikkim.
So does it not somehow hamper the freedom of movement of people, or their occupational rights also, sir?
No, I don't think so. It is hampering. It is only proper registration, following of certain procedures and showing of correct documents, valid documents as per law. It is nothing to hamper anybody's profession. It is just proper documentations and registrations in public interest.
And since the deadline has passed yesterday, February 10, how will the government go about it? Will the flying squads?
Right now, see, when we had told, the district superintendent had said the 10th of February, we are now making it very clear that it's an ongoing process because it is going to take time. We cannot put now a specific date. So the only request to all members of the public is please come and do your documentations. We are also increasing now. We are suggesting that after 15th, the outposts also will be staffed and people trained so that the workload at the police station and the outpost get distributed. It will benefit the public because they can go to the nearest outpost. So in this sense, now new deadlines right now we are not issuing from the police department. And as far as flying squads are concerned, right now the focus is basically on documentation and creation of database. At later stages, after some period of time, when the government new notification will also be out, that is the time we can look at more enforcement measures.
Sir, will the state government, the state border checkpost be stringent on these actions for verification from here on, sir?
State border checkposts have to maintain a balanced approach, because we cannot start checking every vehicle, we cannot start checking every person, because if you do so, then thousands and thousands of people will start getting stranded at checkposts, and there will be huge traffic jams which will cause enormous inconvenience to locals and everybody from outside, like the tourists as well. So we are maintaining a balanced approach. Only people who are foreigners who need an ILP, or people who need to register themselves as labor, or wherever there is any intelligence or any suspicion, those are the places where different departments swing into action as per their respective jurisdictions.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.